You're live.
Yes, I know. Hello, good evening, and welcome to another edition of me. Anyway, I'm still trying to sort my hair out, but it's in the bad way. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'll never tell Liz what I'm going to talk about. I've got a big thing at the moment going on with chocolate. Chocolate to me is a big issue, and my wife will tell you anything about me. What about chocolate? And 20 minutes ago, I just had an Easter egg, and I loved it. And the trouble is, I was told if we eat too much chocolate, we could be in trouble. So I thought, well, the topic tonight is how much sugar do we need?
None.
None.
Absolutely none.
But
No.
but people think pe- some people do need sugar, in their system. They love it. They love sugar.
Oh, yeah, but they don't need it. They shouldn't need it. The only problem is because we've got a lot of sugar and carbohydrate. Hi, Shell. A lot of carbohydrate and sugar in our diets today. So our bodies have learned to run on sugar, but we shouldn't
Right.
be. We shouldn't be. But the person that is running predominantly on sugar, if you take that sugar away, they will struggle because they haven't built the machinery, the engines to use any other fuel. So they will struggle.
Right. How about glucose in our body then? Like people with diabetes, they need glucose in their body, don't they?
No, no, we don't. Our bodies use about 150 grams of glucose for essential bodily functions, but your body can get that from its own sources. It can convert a spare protein. It can break down your body fat and produce ketone bodies that your body uses in the place of glucose and sugar. But our body, if we never ate a gram of carbohydrate or sugar again, we would survive. Unlike fat, we need that. Unlike protein, we need that. We don't need the carbohydrate. We only need about 150 grams.
So you're trying to say then that we don't need to kind of like have any sugar in our bodies at all. We don't need to touch sugar, and
No,
if and in our cooking or in our
no,
treats we have no sugar at all.
you don't need it to survive. That's the difference. We have it
But
in our
what
diet.
what happens if you've got a sweet tongue?
Well, yeah, that's then a treat, isn't it? But for life, no, we don't need carbohydrate in our diet because
So
we can.
what can we place it with then?
Well, that's a different matter. I mean, we love sugar. We want that sweetness, and it's a primal taste as well. We like sour, bitterness, some other things, savoury, and we like sweet. But because our bodies have been overexposed to so much sugar, it's in abundance now. There is
Right.
too much. Because when you go back to kind of primal ancestral times, the sweet flavour of fruits would be seasonal and very rare. They might
Okay.
come across some honey, and they would really lap that up, but then they wouldn't see honey again for however long.
Okay. Let's watch this video.
Sometimes when I ask people this, they'll say a random thing, that 5 grams a day, a gram. this many milligrams. So it's all over the board. Okay? Well, here's the thing you should know. And the answer is 0 grams. You don't need any sugar. There's no such thing as an essential sugar or even essential carbohydrate. There's essential fatty acids, there's essential amino acids, which are protein, but there is no such thing as an essential carbohydrate. The reason why we need carbohydrates is, number one, a lot of the vegetables are fed to the microbes to feed the microbes food. That's what they live on, is fiber. Not necessarily grain. I mean, I don't recommend that. I recommend vegetable fiber. But also we get our, in the carbs, especially the vegetable family, we need the vitamins and minerals and trace minerals. That's why we need those foods, okay? We don't necessarily need the glucose energy from those foods. Why? Because we can run our bodies on fat fuel. If you're eating sugar, your body will not burn your fat. So we can also, your body can also convert dietary fat and dietary protein into glucose and sugars, okay? But typically, you've heard of normal blood sugars, right? It's like, oh, 90 to 100 is normal, right? Like, what that means, that's only really 1 teaspoon of sugar in your entire body. That's 1 teaspoon per all of the blood in your body. You have about 1.5 gallons of blood in your body. And all you need is 1 little tiny teaspoon. That doesn't mean that it has to come from actual sugar. You can get that from eating, you know, a piece of protein. So the point is, the amount of sugar you need is 0. But the average amount of sugar that an average American consumes every single year is 150 pounds of sugar. 150 pounds. In one's lifetime, that comes out to a dumpster full of sugar. That's 31 teaspoons a day. Yeah, when our requirement is 0. So when we consume so much sugar, you're going to create problems with the hormone that makes sugar called insulin, okay? Now, most of the diseases out there right now, 6 of the top 10 killers included, are insulin related. Not only do we have belly fat, we have Alzheimer's. That's called type 3 diabetes. And then we have actual diabetes that's coming from an insulin problem. Then we have heart disease, high cholesterol, clogged arteries. All these things, even strokes, that comes from high levels of insulin. So your brain goes, your heart goes, your arteries go, and then you get this big belly. Other than that, you're perfectly fine. So the point is, you don't need any sugar, but because we're addicted, you know, we need that sensation of sweet. But there's so many things you can do to get off the sweet, and also, you know, alternatively have like certain pleasure foods made with xylitol or stevia or erythritol. Those are the things that you want to consume.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, Dr. Eric Berg. Yeah, I know of him.
Do you?
Yeah, don't know him personally, but I know of him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good, isn't
We don't need it.
he? Yeah. But how do we kind of like? So really, we don't need a placement, really, do we, for that? We don't need
what?
no sugar.
No.
We don't need no sugar at all then.
No, and the vitamins, minerals, and fiber that we get from the veggies, which is the carbohydrate and is converted into glucose, that is actually questioned as well. Because if we ate what we should eat as human beings, is animal, but from nose to tail. So the recommended vitamins and minerals dietary allowance, including fiber, is based on processed oils, processed sugars, processed grains. So that's what the RDA is based on.
Right.
Because there are plenty of, and so eating an animal from nose to tail, the whole lot, innards and all, and occasional veggies or occasional fruit, it's questioned. It's discussed many times. The need for so much carbohydrate in our diet. We don't need it. And plus it's dirty burning and it causes a lot of free radicals. So if you imagine carbohydrates as small damp twigs, they don't burn for very long and they're very smoky. And that smoke causes the overproduction of those free radicals, which kill us off earlier than we need to. Whereas fat you imagine that as a great big fat dry log, it lasts for a long time and it doesn't have all that smoke. It's a clean burning fuel, and our bodies prefer to use fat as a fuel.
Right. Okay. Because I'm addicted, actually, as we were talking earlier, I'm really addicted to chocolate at the moment, and you know, I don't like the fact that I am, and it's a major problem. And the trouble is, it's sugar in that too, isn't it? In chocolate and everything. Um, so do I need to kind of like gradually come off chocolate, or just come off chocolate altogether?
It depends what kind of person you are. If you're very strong-willed, very determined, you could say enough chocolate.
Right. Okay.
But the likelihood is most of us aren't like that. So
Right.
halve what you have now, halve it,
Right.
and do it
Okay.
that way. And then
Okay.
in a week or two's time, halve it again, and
I
then
will do.
take it out. Because as soon as you take something away, you're going to really miss it. So gradually take it away. It's more sustainable. You're more likely to see it through if you do it in a gradual manner. Give yourself
Right.
4 weeks, say, for example, 4 weeks to get off it.
Right. Okay. Liz, I've got to go, but that was quick tonight.
I know it's a quick.
You are not going to be here next week because you're leaving me. So I haven't got Liz here next week, so there will be no Liz next week. She wants
Will you
time off.
miss me?
Who are you talking to? You know I will. You know I will. But she won't be here next week, but she will be here the following week. She just needs some time off, and I don't blame her. So, so that's it for that. We can't get a secret camera in her house because you know I don't know where she lives anyway. But
And
no,
it's
Liz, you have a good time off, and I will see you in a fortnight's time.
brilliant.
All right, thank you, Liz.
Yeah. Bye, Steve.
Bye,
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 Shell.
bye, Shell. She said.
Bye.
Bye. There you go. We don't need no sugar in our body at all, and that's it. So, but it's difficult to kind of get off chocolate and sweet stuff. Now, do I go by what Liz is saying about stopping it altogether, or do we have to do it gradually? I say do it gradually. Do it gradually. I'm not a medical person, but it's so tough when you're addicted to something. Like it could be booze or it could be chocolate. You know, it's like me being addicted to my wife, which I am. Right? I'm so addicted to my wife because I love my wife. But sometimes, you know, she needs a break and I need a break. That's why we've got a TV in the bedroom now. Um, but what I'm trying to say is everybody is addicted to something. And and the trouble is when we've got addiction, we need to know how we control it and how to get rid of it. Anyway, see you later. I ain't got no more shows tonight now. I am free for the rest of the night, which I've got a meeting on anyway. But in the meantime, look after yourselves. It's Good Friday tomorrow, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye bye. It's bye bye from me. And say bye bye.
Bye.
Bye from Shell. Bye bye.